welcome to Bella's Bites with me, Bella. Today we're going to be doing my homemade hot cross buns. Let's get started. For this recipe you will need 500 grams of strong white flour, 10 grams of sea salt, 45 grams of cast sugar, 2 teaspoons of mixed spice, 8 grams of yeast, 50 grams of unsalted butter, 125 grams of mixed fruit, 25 grams of mixed canned peel, 175 milliliters of milk, and 2 eggs. These eggs are from my very own chickens. You take all of your dry ingredients, that is not including the fruit, and put them in this order. So, you first put in the flour, you also need to put the mixer down and start mixing. Put it on a slow setting. Next, add the salt. Then, add your mixed spice. Put a little bit on the bread to mix a bit. Next, put in your yeast. Just going to tap the side. I'm just going to do a bit of scrape down, and some of my spice got on the top of my dough attachment. I'm just going to start scraping everything in from the sides. Okay. Then put in your sugar. Alright, I'm just going to let it have a bit of a mix about for a second. Right, I'm just going to take the bowl off. Now we're going to have to get the butter and knead it into the bowl until it makes nice breadcrumbs. I actually find when you're doing this quite satisfying. Once you've mixed your butter into your dry ingredients, put the bowl back on the whisk and add in your dried fruit. You'll need to start off with a low setting. Next, take your eggs and crack them into a bowl. Lightly whisk your eggs together. Then dip your whisked eggs into your milk. And then I'm going to whisk again until it's nice and a nice peachy colour. Okay. Now, I'm going to take the whisk up in the bowl. I'm going to make a nice dip among. Okay. And I'm going to slowly tip all of the egg and milk in, and now I'm going to put it on a slow setting because I don't want all of that egg and milk coming over the top. Okay, we've got a little bit of flour and fruit on the side, so I'm just going to scrape all of that down. Okay. almost there. Okay. There we go. Aside for three or so stray pieces of raisin, all of it has come together. Just going to check that it does not stick to my finger. No, I'd say my dough's done. Once all of your dough has come together, dust your work surface with a little bit of flour. And knead your dough for about 10 minutes or until it feels silky and elasticy. Now I have finished kneading it. It is smooth and elasticy. Now I'm going to need to leave it to prove in the bowl for about 1 hour. Let's go! Once your dough has doubled in size, knock it back and cut it into 12 equal pieces. Right. Once it's knocked back, divide it into 12 equal pieces. Once you have 12 evenly sized buns, leave them to rise again for 45 minutes. For the crosses on the buns, you will need 4 tablespoons of flour and 2 tablespoons of water. You'll need to make a paste and put it in with the flour and water and put it into the piping bag. I need a little extra water. Once you have made a smooth pipable paste, fill your piping bag like up. Next, pipe crosses on to each of your buns. once you've piped your crosses, put them in the oven at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. Now, whilst your buns are cooking, it's time to make the glaze. You'll need 2 tablespoons of sugar and 4 tablespoons of milk. Just simply add your caster sugar into your milk and stir. But it needs to dissolve, but it must not boil. Once your buns come out of the oven, whilst they are still hot, coat them with a pastry brush with the milk and sugar glaze. Once you have glazed all 12 of your buns, leave them to cool on a wire rack. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.